Hello and welcome to my home. Today I'm going to show you how to grind your own coffee beans and percolate them in an old-fashioned percolator. Now I still use mine and so do a lot of other people. It was most popular in the 50s and the 60s. But before we go there, I want to let you know that I have other types of videos on my channel. I have easy to prepare recipes, product reviews, videos on growing a variety of vegetables in containers, and meditation videos. So come on, let's go ahead and make a good cup of coffee. This is what I use to grind my beans. It's a basic, inexpensive grinder. Sometimes they're sold as spice grinders as opposed to coffee bean grinders. This is a Krups brand, and it gets the job done. Now it's not a fancy one. It doesn't have any type of options where I can control the grind with a button. I have to control the grind on this type just by manually inspecting it. So I want to show you that this is a blade. Let's see, get you a shot there. That's a blade type. Now there's another type called a burr, but this is a blade type. And that's what I've been. Now there are all types of companies that are making whole beans. You can find so many types. Now my family, we have to do decaf because I have people where decaf in my family is caffeinated coffee is just not good for them. So we do use decaf. This is a Compass brand that I use. Here's a Pete's brand that I use. And the thing about grinding your own coffee is you can mix and blend and have your own house variety of coffee. So that's kind of fun to do that. But I'm going to show you a basic grind. Now these are the whole coffee beans. I think most people have seen coffee beans, but that's how they look. Now you need to follow the instructions on your grinder. And I keep mine in a very tightly sealed container. And you're going to fill it up to the maximum level that your grinder instructions tell you to fill yours. Now since I'm using a blade type grinder, it can grind inconsistently. And so to help with that inconsistently, I'm going to use that pulse feature that it has on here. And this is going to get a little loud. Make sure you got a good shot. Okay, here we go. I'm just pulsing it. And you're going to want a coarse ground, because we're not making instant coffee here. And that's how it looks. Now I want to show you the difference. Now this is one of those instant coffee bags, and I poured out some of the contents. And this is pretty fine grind. Whereas this one is a much coarser grind, and you can see that. So that's how you want that to look when you're grinding up your own coffee. So I'm going to set this aside for a moment and talk about the actual percolator. Now these, a lot of companies are making these as well. I think percolating coffee is making a bit of a comeback in some circles, and it's good to know how to do that. So this is the base of the coffee pot right here. Let me give you a better shot. And there's the inside. So this is the base. This is the basket. It has little tiny holes in the bottom. And this is where the stem is going to go on there like that. Now here's the top to the basket. Goes in there like that. And the very, very top cover with the little clear percolator lid where you see the coffee percolating up in there. Now the general rule is 5 ounces of water to about 1.5 tablespoons of coffee. Now, if you like it weaker, you can make it weaker, you can make it stronger. And that's another beauty of doing this type of method, is you can make a lot of adjustments to make your perfect cup of coffee. Now, the instructions for mine said to wet this, and so I'm going to go ahead and wet it. I just run it under some cold water. Again, the instructions for my coffee pot, and this is made by Farberware, if I haven't mentioned that. And so I've been making coffee so long that I know where the water is going to go and how much coffee I'm going to put in here. So let's do that. So now what I'm going to do is measure out my coffee. Again, I've been doing this for the family for so long that I know it takes about almost a half cup of coffee. And I'm going to put that right in there. Put that over there. And it goes. And put the lid. Got a little grind on the top there. And you're going to meet me back. You're going to meet me over at the stove. Okay, so I got it turned on high. I'm going to let it get started boiling. Now you have to be careful because you can scorch your coffee. So I'm going to start it on high, and as soon as I start to see it percolating in here, I'm going to turn it down to medium. So I got it on, and then we'll be back once it starts boiling up to the top. The coffee has finished brewing, and it's going to be hot, so make sure you have something to protect your hand. You're going to take the lid off. Now what you need to do is you need to let this sit for a good 5-7 minutes off the heat so that all the coffee can finish dripping out of the basket. And you just put that lid back on, and we're going to pour us a nice cup of coffee. Now we tend to like ours a little bit on the weaker side, but you can brew yours any kind of way you want. The beauty of brewing your own coffee and grinding your own beans is that you can make it exactly the way you like it. Now some of you like your coffee like really jet black, and you can make it that way by just brewing it longer, or picking a variety of beans that is known for being very dark and robust. You can read those descriptions on the bean bags and you'll know that those are some of your darker roasts. But for us, this is perfect. If you like that video, hit the thumbs up like button and consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded a new video. That's it for now. Bye bye.